Hey YouTube, today I'm going to do a gun review on the Geo. This particular one is actually the Vicious model, and it's one of the first runs. It's not the Geo Plus or Geo 2. Let's let's talk about packaging. Now really, I've never been a big Planet A Close fan. I had my '09 Ego. I didn't have a case or anything like that because I got used because I traded my Creed for it. Then I traded back. But I usually get nice metal case. The regular Geo came with a clamps instead of a zipper. This is just a Geo 2 case. Not a big difference. Stock, you'd have O-rings, toolkit, some grease, and a barrel condom, and a full color manual, which is also really nice. So let's get to the gun itself. The Geo, it's not a bad shooter. You have to. It's not the quietest spool valve, just like the Eagles ain't the quietest poppet valves. I remember back in 05, 06, they were like freaking cannons. I'd be playing at tournaments and I'd be going half deaf from my teammates. Not really, but they're loud. So this is your Geo. Comes with 14-inch, well, it's actually like 14.5-inch shaft, two-piece, 693 barrel. You can get kits and stuff like that, but this is fine. It's overboard. You won't have very many barrel breaks, if at any at all. It's really accurate barrel. No need for an upgraded one. I mean, unless you're that anal about freaking bores. So next, got a nice clamping feed neck with a sprocket, which is also really nice because I remember back in the day, old guns like my Timmy, they didn't come with clamping feed necks. They came with these screw swivels, or you had an Allen key. You know, this kind of stuff was kind of like a luxury to have. Now let's dig into it. The reg is very efficient, or consistent. I mean, it's very easy to use. It's kind of dummy proof, just like the Army. Everything is labeled. It says your plus and minus for your velocity. The trigger, it's a great trigger. You can adjust it, you know, to your own personal like. It's magnetic. I don't think it's got a spring like the Egos, but it's similar actually to the Timmy style, the Sith, but it's just a little bit bigger swoop and newer. The trigger frame is great too. Plenty of room if you got big hands like me, you know. The board, it's great. I mean, color OLED. We didn't have those back in the day, like when I had an Angel and shit. Not until like when 06 maybe. I think that was the first time the OLEDs like this started coming around. It's got beep tones, you know, a couple firing modes too. I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, the modes is just semi-unramping. It's not a whole lot. You don't need a whole lot more. I personally like virtue boards, but I can't get a regular LED that I can find right now for it. If you guys know one that'll fit, like possibly Ego, I'm gonna try and see if those do. I mean, other than that, I mean, the board is packed full of shit ton of features. I mean, you got hardware, which lets you choose between micro switch and optical, training mode, filter system, timing for everything, ramp. You know, it's a nice board for stock. The ASA, it's just your oops. It's a little smaller than back in the old days. My old 06. That thing was a big bulky thing, so they slimmed it down. Now you got the Pops ASA, but whatever. I don't have the stock bolt for the gun because I have the Gr2 and Gst in it, which I don't really know how they shoot without it. I mean, so if you guys have input, you know, it's greatly appreciated. You just got a bolt face like that. Kind of reminds me of the old Venturi bolts that you could get. Use Delta 33 on it for Planet Eclipse lube. And it's got a shorter shaft, so it doesn't protrude into the barrel. But I mean, overall, it's a really good gun. I'm getting maybe 1,300 shots off of it, off a full 68-45. It's really light. I mean, compared to playing with this thing, which is over my 09 Ego and stuff like that, I've always used my Timmy as my main. It's a great gun too, especially at the price you can pick them up now. But yeah, I picked this up at $500, and I was, like I said, I'm not a big Planet Eclipse fan, and I was really surprised with this gun. It's great, and I mean, if you get one, pick up a comprehensive parts kit. It's got everything you'll ever need for it. I haven't used anything out of it yet, and I got some new grips for it. But I mean, even with a full setup, a tank and hopper, I mean, I use a Prophecy a lot nowadays. A Crossfire tank. But yeah, it's good. Hopefully I'll get some playing videos with it up. I have some with this too, as soon as I find my camera. So other than that, it's very well rounded, easy to clean, easy to use. I mean, price you get it at, it's better than some of those low ones for $500. And people say the axe is better. Fuck that. I hate the axe. I hate minis. I hate anything that's even close to resembling the mini. I don't like the backlineless designs. So I mean, thank you Planet Eclipse for sticking with it. And that's it. Rate, comment, and subscribe.